now.
Okay, but I'm not going to start until
Yes,
noon.
you don't start until you
Okay.
noon. I'll start the webinar right
Okay.
at noon.
I have a quick question. I'm seeing my at the bottom of Jennifer's screen, the command screen is coming and going. Is there a way to anchor it down there?
I don't think there is a way.
Okay. All right,
I don't like that feature either.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there
But-
is if you go ahead, Jennifer.
Kathy, I think you can exit full screen and then it won't do that.
That's true. Up in the
Okay.
right-hand corner, if you
All right. I'm looking at
That makes sense.
view and it says standard gallery, exit full screen.
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
And then you
Gotcha.
can manipulate it from there.
see if that looks better.
Well, it's still coming and going.
Oh, okay.
It's okay though.
Okay. If you exit the full view and then kind of make that window smaller, then it won't be right at the bottom of your screen.
Right. Yeah, I can see it now. Okay, good.
That last minute, the countdown,
Right.
All right, I'm going to start webinar and I'm going to hand the host off to you, Kathy.
All right.
Okay, hello and welcome. We will get started in a moment. We're waiting for the participants to join us. So we'll give it a couple more seconds here. Okay. 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 I think we have most of the people who are going to be coming. So I think we'll go ahead and get started. So welcome. My name is Jennifer, and I will be leading this retirement basics class today. Kathy is moderating our chat and assisting with technical support. Kathy will be sharing your questions with me and will also be responding to you in chat. We are recording this program in order for you to view it later and to share with others that missed this program. So let's get started. Okay, our objectives for today are to give you a definition of retirement and to get you started on a roadmap for getting to retirement in a financially stable way. We're also going to lead you to some resources the library has that might be useful to you on your journey. And finally, we'll discuss why starting as soon as you can would be very beneficial. Let's define retirement. So traditionally, retirement is when you choose to permanently leave the workforce. For this class, we're going to use the more modern take on retirement as a time when you no longer work as a way to pay for living expenses. You might still work at times, but it's a byproduct of enjoying your retirement. Now, this appears to be a very simple concept, but as we all know, it can be a very difficult goal to reach. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, so now there are some things that might be holding you back from saving or preparing for retirement. You might not know where to get started. You may have or may be experiencing joblessness. You may be feeling a financial squeeze because of aging parents along with young children. Maybe you have a smaller budget because of inflation. You may not know what to invest in. I know that there are many things that can affect your ability to save for retirement, and they are all very legitimate reasons. But if you fall into one of these situations, try to do what you can to get started on your retirement savings, even if it's just a small amount. Set aside that small amount, or even just start on the baby steps for planning to save for retirement. Just do something to get started. And you will be able to retire. You just need a roadmap to get there. Unfortunately, I can't give you that roadmap. Retirement is unique to each individual, and everyone's roadmap will look different. Even in a couple retiring together, each person's roadmap will look different. So you will need to create your own roadmap. Let's look at some things you may want to add to your roadmap and some resources that will help you reach those destinations on your roadmap. The first thing to put on your roadmap is a start sign. That may be the most difficult step. There will always be a reason to not think about retirement. You have busy lives and plenty of other things to do, but spending a few minutes every day or every week on this can set you up for a very nice, less stressful retirement. Okay, so we all have our start sign on our roadmap, but where do we go from here? Now you need to make your money work for you. You need to decide how you are going to invest it. You can seek a financial counselor or a certified financial planner for advice, or you might put your money in an employer-sponsored plan like a 401k or 403b, or you might decide to go the do-it-yourself route and look into an individual retirement account known as an IRA or a general investing account. These can be filled with stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or target date retirement funds. Or maybe you decide to invest in real estate or something else. There are many, many choices when it comes to investing, and you will need to pick what works for you and what makes the most sense to you. I can't tell you how to invest or what to invest in, but I can provide some resources from the library that might help you make that decision. Okay, so let's take a look at these resources. Through our website, planolibrary.org, we provide these two databases for investing information, Value Line and Morningstar Investment Research Center. They both analyze stocks and mutual funds. They also have investing education sections, so you are learning from the experts. These databases are available to you from home if you have a library card with us. And a library card is available to you at no charge if you live in Plano, Frisco, Richardson, Allen, the Colony, Wiley, or Garland. And you will see at the bottom of the page, we did include our URL there to get to that. Okay, so the first database we'll look at is Value Line. Again, you will need a library card to gain access to this. Value Line is known for its analysis of stocks. Every day, it has articles on its front page telling you how the stock market is doing. And that is what you're seeing here. You will see we are providing the link at the bottom where you can access this for free with your library card. Now, this section is going to be in alphabetical order, so you'll need to scroll down to Value Line and then click on Access Now. And there's a couple more steps that will walk you through. And then you come to this page or the dashboard page, this first or dashboard page. You can see where we are here in the black navigation bar at the top. We're on the dashboard. Okay, so let's look at this top section again. We've moved from the dashboard over here to the investment education section. Now, this navigation bar will be on every page. Okay, so, but if you came here into the investment education area, then it will give you more choices in the green area right below. And if you click on the green section, in the green section, the second choice here is Value Line University. And this is where you'll find experts explaining to you how investing works. I think that is a very valuable tool for your retirement roadmap. I have blanked out some areas on these pages because it might be proprietary information for Value Line, but you will be able to see the actual information when you go to the page. Okay. Now, if some of the words they are using in the Value Line University, or if they're confusing to you, you can also use their glossary to help you understand any of those investing words. And again, you come to the navigation bar, you'll see investing education, and then it'll give you the green section. You can choose Value Line University, or you can choose the glossary. And you can see that there are other choices too. If you have any questions, please just pop them there into the chat and Kathy will see what she can do to answer them, or I might answer them a little bit later. Okay, so now we've come here again, back to the navigation bar, the black navigation bar at the top. And this time we went into Find Ideas. In this section, you will find the stock screener. If you are picking your own stocks, you might find this helpful. Okay, so this is under the stock screener. And this section lets you narrow down all of the stocks they cover to whatever your criteria is. Okay, so you can't see everything on this screen because I just couldn't fit it all in, but there are many, many choices in this section to help you find the stocks that meet your criteria. Now, in this first section, I went ahead and picked stock price. And then I came over here and I picked the stock price from $2 up to $5,000 per share. And I ended up with a cumulative total over 4,000. Now those stocks are then on a list down here that you can't see. And what I can do is I can then explore each answer more fully. And when you do click on one of those, the results from the past page, it will bring you to this, the analysis page that Value Line is known for. Now, again, I have covered up some information because it is proprietary to Value Line. You will see it when you go to the page. But what it does is it gives you a lot of detailed information about the company and a commentary from Value Line explaining how the company is doing and where they think it is headed. So there again is much more on this page that I'm not showing you because I just couldn't capture it in the screen capture. And they do this for all of the companies that they cover. So that might help you if you're picking individual stocks. Okay, so now let's look at the next database. And that will be Morningstar Investment Research Center. You will need a library card to access this database too. This database also covers stocks and mutual funds, but it is known for its analysis of mutual funds. Okay. So Morningstar has an investment classroom, which you can see over here. And it also has a screener for mutual funds. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so this is this fund screener. It has different choices than a stock screener would have, as you would expect from mutual funds. You might pick from the rating levels, or the inception date, or the equity makeup of the fund. There are a lot of different choices. And now what I said might not make any sense to you, but that's okay. In time, it will start making sense. Just spend a little bit of time on this each week and it will start to come together. It's all about learning a little bit here and there. Okay, so for this on Morningstar, once you've narrowed down your list, you might pick this fund to look at. Okay, and again, I blocked out some information. But what you will get once the fund screener has narrowed down to your top choices, you're going to get a 10-page analysis of actual written out analysis plus a lot of numbers about this fund that will help you decide if this fund is what you want to invest in. Morningstar Investment Research Center also has an articles and videos section that you might find useful. And here's what that looks like. And you know, to me, that's this second article here looks very interesting. How to invest in target date funds. You might find some of the other articles interesting. Okay, so let's get back to the roadmap. On your roadmap, there are other monetary considerations that you want to think about. You may want to look at how much you want to keep in your emergency fund, and if you want to increase that before retiring. I've seen recommendations anywhere from 6 months to 2 years of expenses in an emergency fund. This will depend on how you structure your money in retirement. You'll want to determine what you think you will spend in retirement. This might mean you need to do a budget now to project what that figure will look like once you stop working. What will you be doing in retirement? What will you give up? What will you keep doing? Once you think you know what your budget will be, either weekly, monthly, or yearly, you can determine if you need to increase your contributions to your retirement account. And you can determine what your risk tolerance is. Do you want to go into a conservative or riskier investment, depending on how much you think you will need for retirement? Now, again, those last two sentences might have been a little scary or overwhelming or confusing, but that's okay. For now, you can put it on your roadmap as a step that you will contemplate later. Or, you know, maybe you want to figure this all out a little faster. Then you might be interested in looking into our 2 online training databases. With your library card, you have free access to LinkedIn Learning and Udemy. I've listed a few of the courses that are offered through those databases, but there are more. And these are top-notch classes offered by experts in the field. It would definitely be worth your time to look into these. Now, outside of monetary considerations for retirement, you will also have quite a few other things to consider on your road to retiring. One thing you want to look at is a will and possibly estate planning. Again, I'm not able to give advice in this area because I'm not a lawyer, but I do have a database that might help you get started, and that is Gale Legal Forms. I've captured a screenshot of the Gale Legal Forms and included a link to our website for that. That's right there. You might also look at some commercial sites like AARP or Investopedia. They have a lot of articles on things to consider as you prepare to retire. Now, retirement is not all about the money. It's really about what you will do in retirement. The money is just to facilitate what you will be doing. And I personally think that this is the most important slide in this class. I know it's a little bit plain, but this slide is really what your retirement is all about. So you might want to think about these things well before you retire. How will you spend your time? What will you be involved in? Who will you see? Will you volunteer? Will you start to improve your exercise routine? What will you eat? When will you get up in the morning? You might want to post some questions and write your answers down for your roadmap. Some people find calculators very helpful when planning for retirement. You might find calculators on your employer's plan sponsor site. I know ARP has a Social Security calculator to help you figure out when is the best time to take Social Security. Bankrate is a commercial site, but they have some very nice calculators. And I really appreciate FINRA's calculators. FINRA is the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, and they have a retirement calculator and an RMD calculator that you might need to be aware of when you're dealing with IRAs. RMD is required minimum distribution. And of course, Morningstar Investment Research Center has a nice retirement cost calculator. So that's kind of a really nice one too. Now, a word of warning about the calculators. Sometimes the results from the calculators can be scary and you might feel discouraged, but just know that this process is all about a bunch of small steps and those numbers in the calculators will change. Just get started, hopefully today, and you will see improvement with time. Now, I'm a librarian, so it wouldn't be right if I didn't encourage you to read up on how to navigate your roadmap to retirement. We have books available in both physical form and as ebooks and audiobooks. And this is a selection that Kathy found for us. I think they look very informative. Of course, we have many more books in the system, and I know you can find one that would work for you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about compound interest here. You may have noticed that I keep encouraging you to start today, and that is because of the rule of 72. So what is the rule of 72? Well, if you take 72 and divide it by the interest rate you are getting, that will tell you how long it will take to double your money. So if you have $1,000 in a savings account, so if I have $1,000 in a savings account and I'm getting 0.5%, I do nothing with the money. Okay, I just let it sit there. It will take 144 years to double that money. That's not going to work for me. So I need to put at least some of it in a place where I will be able to double that in a short amount of time. So I take $500 and invest it in the stock market through a mutual fund, and I get 8% return. Let's take 72 and divide it by 8, and we get 9 years. So 9 years to turn my $500 into $1,000. But what if I take $25,000 and do the same thing? It will take me 9 years, but then I'll have $50,000. Okay, that's not bad. Now, no investment is guaranteed, and this is just a hypothetical situation. My point here is to encourage you to start looking into your retirement investing options and to get started as soon as you can, because time will work for you. Okay. So does anybody have any questions at this point? Okay, well, we have actually kind of come to the end of our presentation. I know it was a little bit short, but I did try to pack a lot in there. So hopefully you know about some of the resources we have. And I want to encourage you to do a little bit of planning now, and so that you can enjoy your retirement and so that you do enjoy your retirement. And I did just find out that we are going to have some investing classes this summer that will be presented by Bank of America. And I believe they're going to be in, I think, June and August. So certainly be on the lookout for those classes this summer. And if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat there. Okay. And also our new summer engage brochure is also available at all of the libraries if you're interested, and on our website, planolibrary.org.
Jennifer, a question from an attendee. Remind us how the slides will be shared and how this presentation will be shared. It will be on YouTube, I know.
Yes, it will be on YouTube. And they should send you a link to it. And I think it takes them about 3 days to send that out to you as an email back to whatever address you might have signed up with. And if you need to contact me, my email address is jennifers@plano.gov. And I could possibly answer some questions that way. It kind of depends on what the question is. Okay, well, I want to thank you for coming to our class today. That is all that I have. I appreciate it. I want to say that I really appreciate you coming, and I want you to enjoy the rest of your day and come and visit us at the Plano Library. We would love to see you.